Hey there, high fashion doll lovers. I am just Christopher y bienvenidos to my channel. Now, before we get into today's video, please make sure to hit the subscribe button right along with the bell notification so you can get notified whenever there's a new video. Now, today's video is unique. But before we get into today's video, I'm going to introduce someone who some of you should know and some of you probably are already familiar with their name. Here we go. Some of you know this face, some of you should know this face, others do not. This is Kyle.
Hey YouTube!
So for those that already are OGs to the channel, Kyle is like my creative bestie, so we do a lot of things together because he has more patience than I do. Full facts. So for this particular video, we are going to kind of give you a brief on the clips that you're about to see, mostly because I forgot what the clips you're about to see are because I filmed them really randomly. So the premise of this video is pretty much just talking about my first ever doll house. Yes. So the process has been very long. And a lot of it has been kind of out of our control very long. Life just kind of happened this summer, and it is what it is.
As it always does.
But I'm gonna start from the beginning. I feel like I heard the music, but you didn't hear the music, and I think the child is gonna, yeah, you're gonna start hearing the child. The child is gonna start. Very much the life of a YouTuber with a kid in the house at the same time. I purchased this house off of Etsy. I found this house designer when I was randomly looking for dollhouses there. I always wanted a very plain dollhouse so I can build it up. I am not someone who ever liked the idea of DIYing an existing dollhouse. Because I'm lazy and because Kyle has patience and I don't.
Mind you, he's been looking for that house for a long time. And he found it in 1/12 scale, and then he spoke to the guy and he was like, oh, I can make this in 1/6. So I was like, oh, awesome. Even better.
Now, I don't think he actually agreed to the 1/6 the first time around. I was actually just thinking about this before we started filming. I saw the house in the 1/12 like Kyle said, and I just loved it. It was perfect for me. It was perfect for my, the ideas I had. And I think I reached out, and I think at the time he said he didn't have any plans to make it 1/6, but it wasn't out of the woods that he might. And then I don't know if he emailed me back or if I checked in again with him because I had money. Money changes things. And I think whenever that conversation happened, he was like, actually, I'm going to post the link next week and I'll email it so you can purchase it. And here I am. I have the house that I wanted in the size that I need. About the seller, very good with communication, really quick on the shipping. I got it through DHL because the house came all the way from Greece. Okay. And another thing that you'll see in the videos is while Colin and I started to unbox the house and we started working on the things that you're about to see, we both were like, it would be really cool if it had a fence, right? Yeah, a fence for the balcony because it didn't include it. And because my house has acrylic, I really wanted the fence to be acrylic as well, and looking for a fence acrylic in a 1/6 scale was not realistic.
At all.
So I emailed the guy, and he created it for me. So on top of him delivering the house that I wanted and the size that I needed, he was actually very accommodating to just create another piece for my item to go with it and keep the aesthetic going. So you'll see that also in the clips. I feel like I'm missing something else. Oh! The other thing I was going to say. The photo in the icon for this video is the inspiration of what the house is going to look like, or I hope to look like when I furnish it. So this video specifically is just showing you the steps that Kyle and I did to build it and, yeah, pretty much build it. I mean, we customized it in the midst of the building, which you'll see there. But this video will not have the furnished house because I'm still working on that.
So there will definitely be a follow-up video later on.
Yes. And I think it might be like a living room video and then a bedroom video because I'm kind of focusing per room. Like right now the living room is taking the priority. But we're building on that baby steps.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, before we shot this video, I just got in push lights. So in this video you will not see the push lights, but when you see the furnished video, you'll get the push lights. Just because it just happened and there was no need to film that clip. It just really didn't need to do that. But yeah, Kyle will probably be better at explaining the steps that we did. I am always the visualizer. I can see the end goal. I don't know how to get there a lot of the time. But I know how to find the supplies. Yeah, I don't know how to use the supplies, but I know how to find them.
So the process really was, we had the pieces now. We thought about how we were going to paint it, and trust, we went through a lot of trial and error just to get it painted. Because at first we were like, oh, maybe we could use like watercolor white paint. Tried that.
It was an
Didn't
acrylic.
work. It was acrylic?
It was acrylic water-based paint.
Right. I think that was the problem.
Yeah, it was the water-based problem.
Yeah. So we tried that. That failed. Then we went ahead and got like spray paint. Which, mind you, as much as does hurt your finger to hold down that thing the entire time, it covered it very well. It used the least amount of coating just to get the brightness of it. So the spray paint really worked. It added what it needed to be added, you know? And then after that, we went ahead and just tried to fit the pieces together to see how well they would fit. Mind you, we went through trial and error with that too, because although we were using like the plan that we got to create it, certain pieces were flipped around. So because it visually looks like it's correct, it wasn't. So we started doing like the brick decorations, and then that didn't work out. So we had to order more stuff to get that part done. And we ended up with a back brick wall that we didn't plan for.
But it looks great.
It does look.
It was very happy.
It looks amazing.
Very happy.
So
we even used. I ordered some floors. Interesting enough, the floor is the same color as the plywood.
Yeah.
But it was kind of wanting to test out that experience. Did I film that part? I think we filmed the after, not the process of doing the floor. But it also worked out because I was able to keep the living room floor in the plywood natural, which was the color that I wanted. But when it came to the bedroom on the second floor, there was some residue from the spray paint and from the acrylic paint, so we were able to cover that up with the little pieces of wood, with a little piece of the floor that I purchased for the dollhouse. So it was a lot of like trial and error, but a lot of the results ended up being happy ending.
Yeah.
There isn't anything with the house realistically that I like and I can't live with. I think the biggest thing is the acrylic stairs that we use Gorilla Glue. They're foggy. Although, I don't know why he's laughing. It kind of just happened. They're foggy now because of the residue of the glue. But I bought an acrylic cleaner and it has taken a lot of it off. And it's one of those things that I don't mind living with because I was like, I prefer for it to be sturdy than to be loose. So,
mind you, we got the Gorilla Glue thinking that it was going to be so clean and pristine. And then we glued it. And what we got afterwards was just stuff that we had to clean up. So I was like, oh, this
now,
is
mind
a process.
The Gorilla Glue on the plywood and the acrylic worked really well.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any that's why I was like, the staircase really is the only thing that has the fog still, but it's really not something that I'm like really upset about because I can keep on trying to clean it, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It still looks really good from different angles. And then there was also some residue with the fence and the Gorilla Glue, but even that we were able to Kyle actually came up with a really happy solution that still looks really realistic and you can really not notice it. So that's the thing. We learned a lot as we were going because we obviously didn't have a blueprint. We just had an idea of what we wanted it to look like, but we were able to figure out a lot of the things to clean them up and make them look how I wanted them to look. At the end, is really the only thing I had to say there.
You know what they say, two heads are definitely better than one.
I don't know why I couldn't finish that statement. Clearly, he had the right statement, but it was really dragging. But yeah, it's really true because, again, the reason why I'm sure a lot of people are like, you do so many things together, it's because we just work well together.
Yeah.
I am someone that visualizes things, and I am someone that can make plans and break things down, while Kyle is someone who has a lot more patience and can actually see the process of it getting made. Mm-hmm. So we're able to balance that out together with all of our projects. I'm definitely the big idea guy, while Kyle is the actual work it out guy, and then I'm the can we simplify that guy.
Yeah, I was about to add that part where he just helps to break things down much simpler because I'm a perfectionist and I like to do things the right way and I like to do it properly and this and that. But sometimes in doing that, I don't realize that, hey, there are simpler ways to get this done. And I can't see it because I'm too much in the space of just doing it right. And then he just walks in and be like, oh, how about doing it like this? And I'm like, I hate you.
I'm also a happy ending kind of guy. Like, I don't mind a happy accident.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you have a creative person, you're able to push them to see a result for the happy ending.
Definitely.
Like, there's been a lot of moments where Kyle's like, "Whoa, God, we're gonna do." And I was like, "Well, if you think of something, I'm sure we'll figure it out." And then he thinks of something, and just like, yeah, it was not that hard. So yeah, that is why you guys see so much of our collaboration on the channel with so many different things. It just works. You know, there's a lot of things I can think of that I want to make realistically happen. Yeah, that's what I was trying to go there. That I just don't have the thought process to actually start it. I can see the end goal and I can see the vision, but steps are really hard for me. Kyle's better with steps, and then together we're able to actually process that. And again, the house took longer to get to this point because I've had the house since May.
Yeah, about that time.
May, right?
About.
It is now October, and the house was finished maybe like 2 weeks ago. And it was really because of life. I traveled a lot this summer. I just traveled a lot this summer.
And the part of that was also waiting for the materials to come in because some of them had to be ordered.
Right. So as Kyle was saying with the brick that you'll see in the house, when we were planning out the house, we thought we knew the inside wall for the bedroom. And it turns out when we were actually building the house and we thought we were done, we had it wrong. And I ordered that adhesive brick from like the UK. I know, it sounds like I'm very international. Like a lot of the things I ordered were just like,
you like to import things. What?
So that paper, ordering it took a long time to get it, which then delayed our process. We did find other things to work on at the time being, but the brick wall is a very big staple of the house in both rooms, especially the inspiration behind the house. So without that, we couldn't really move forward a lot of the times. And also, the way that we were applying the way the Kyle was applying, not way, I didn't apply. I might have put like a really small strip. That's about it. The way Kyle was applying the adhesive brick, we needed the walls to not be up. We needed them flat, which then caused a little bit more of a delay with the house.
Yeah.
I speak a lot with my hands. I've really noticed that. If I've never noticed that before.
Oh, I could have told you that one.
A lot of people could have. But just really picking that up today. Yeah. So yeah, we are now going to play you the clips. I am not a professional YouTuber, so I don't know how to speak over clips. So you just go hear me in the clips, and if the audio is a hot mess, it is what it is. We were really trying to document the process as it went along.
Oh my gosh.
And hope you enjoy. There will be no like end greeting in this video. So once again, I hope you hit that subscribe button because we are both expecting a lot of things from Integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed. I think we've reached the hurdle. Still hope so. And hit that like button because it helps with my traffic. So once again, I hope you guys enjoy the documentary of my first ever dollhouse. Bye guys. So this is how the house came per se. I purchased this on Etsy. Just to reiterate, that's Kyle's Chateau in my block lighting. So this is how it came in this flat box. And then we're going to unbox it and start working on it. Yes. So weird. It's just it's just a square box. Nothing special. And I'm still filming. All right, so all the pieces are out. Kyle and I have like named where we're going to paint. All of this is like a plywood material. So we've laid out all the pieces. Now they're kind of getting ready. You're getting the most out of my room right now. There's Kyle's hand. That's as far as we're going to go. But yeah, so we labeled everything so we know what's going to be what color because we have a lot of different things going into this house. So yeah, this is pretty much step 2. On to the painting now. Y'all. Okay, so currently we are painting 3 panels first. We've done 1 coat on this one and 2 coats on that last one. And this plywood is really absorbing the paint. So we'll see how many coats it takes. But yeah, here is the first process. Everything is white currently. Will it stay like that? We don't know. Apologies for the music. There's a lot happening in my house. But I kind of wanted to give you the update of the house. It's a very awkward angle. Say hi, Kyle.
Hi.
So Kyle has been kind of like the
contractor.
There you go. I was about to completely mess up the word again. Because he's been doing a lot of the manual labor because he just is better at those things than I am while I visualize things. So the first floor, the walls are up. And we put some grass around it. It's actually Brillo pad that we're making to look like grass. The stair is up going to the second floor. And right now we're working on the patio balcony on the second floor.
Yeah.
But we wanted to give you kind of like an update of this stage of the process because this stage has gone up a lot faster. We are waiting on some more brick for this wall, so the second floor won't be up yet. But let me... Guys, look at the first floor! What I'm loving about this so far is my vision of like modern, clean, and a little different loft vibe is coming through. So I'm really, really excited. So yeah, this is where we are currently.
Also, Gorilla Glue is your friend.
Well, I think, we're going to have Kyle break down everything at the end of this video when the whole house is done, because we've clearly gone through a lot of supplies and a lot of steps that we've learned along the way. We've kind of taken things, oh wow, on the camera, that one Brillo pad looks really different, but it is what it is. Grass is not always the same green everywhere. Okay. But yeah, hopefully once the house is completely finished and I'll have all of the, oh, that was my hand, all of the clips of the house together, we'll have a rundown of the supplies that we use, the things that we learned. And this is actually the most that I've talked about in most of these clips. But this is also the most that we've done on the house. Well, that Kyle's really done on the house. So yeah, on to the next. I didn't have a clip of it with the push lights, but I decided to shoot this after we spoke and give you the more clear version of the house fully constructed with some furniture and some fall decor that Kyle and I DIY. You can see the staircase and a little bit of the fog here and see how I was saying it really is not that big of an issue. It's still pretty translucent. Mind me as I step on this stool. Yeah, there we go. And then here is the fence I was talking about. We laid some floor that looks like fake grass and some stepping stones. Here is the floor that I mentioned in the video also that we had iron on. It's like, it came with pre-glue and you just iron it. And here is the inside of the brick wall on the second floor. And just to show you, here's the outside. So it's a very happy accident with the outside kind of being there. So yeah, this is the house and its completion currently with the push lights. This is the bedroom up here with the balcony, and then once again we're gonna go down again. This is our living room with once again some fall decor, like I said. So yeah, this is the completed unfurnished dollhouse, although you see some things in there. I'm like giving you a real close-up of the stairs. Oh, look at it focused there. So yeah, that's like the thing that I'm not overly stressing with. And I'll continue to try to clean it with acrylic cleaner that I have, because I do feel like it's been helping, but within due time. And there goes my mother in the background. I'm sure you all heard that. Yay, dollhouse!